myself again. So that was really, really weird. Quite know what was happening there, but it was weird. And hold on a second, and I'll explain kind of a little bit of what happened, and then we'll get the lights going so y'all can see. And I'm not in the dark. Ta-da! So anyway, here's what kind of happened, and I kind of wanted to explore, uh, the green screen a little bit before we kind of just launch into that. With the upcoming fall coming around us. We had rain yesterday a lot. I mean, it rained a lot yesterday. And I went out there to record Fall Fest 25. So, hi Tuber Chat, if you're not a part of Fall Fest 25, you need to be. If you're a channel, it's a great way to grow. So, I went out there and recorded the Fall Fest entry video, and I literally was sitting there going like this, swatting the gnats. And I think they're almost, I've had sometimes where I've gone out there and I've had those gnats, and I've had like little bites on my leg, and they're the biting kind, and they were all over me. They were everywhere. I was swatting them, trying to get them away. And I'm like, I can't take this. So I thought, we're going to come inside. So I'm sorry that the fall leaves are not behind us and the fountain's not behind us. I don't quite know what happened. It's nice to know that you can now stream through the mobile. Thank you so much, Kevin, on mobile or vertical. I never saw that, but I was hearing myself, and it was really weird, like it was echoing. I don't quite know what was happening, but I think what we'll have to do is kind of get like a little green something or other for the back of this chair. But I thought I would try it and see how it went, and still be able to kind of connect with y'all. But I literally couldn't take the gnats. I mean, I thought about staying out there, but they literally were everywhere. And like I said, it rained a lot yesterday, and it was really it wasn't fun, to say the least. So I'll have to try and see about getting like a green. I've got a green shirt. I should see if I should throw that over the chair, whether that would work or something like that. But they were just everywhere. They were all over the place. So I was like, no, this is not happening today. It was hot. It was muggy. No, 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 no. And I'd love to stay out there. It was beautiful. Brought the chair, brought everything, but the gnats were really, really bad. Hi, Outbird Fisherman. Hi, Tiff. So usually we're out at the fountain, the beautiful fountain everybody loves, with the fall leaves changing. However, we had rain yesterday that happened a lot, and in the process of that, it's really muggy outside, and the gnats are just everywhere. I mean, I was recording the video for the Fall Fest, and I was just going like this. I can't take it. I mean, they were just all over me. So I'm like, no. Plus, I kind of wanted to test what it was going to be like to have, the, what is it? Have the ability when we do Fall Fest, or not Fall Fest, when we do, I can't think what it is now. Goodness gracious, right? When we do the during the winter when it gets too cold, and you can put hashtag blessed. I didn't put on the thing telling everybody, but put hashtag blessed if you want people to connect with your channel. But I thought I wanted to test this out too, before we kind of get into too cold, and I can't. So this is what it's going to be like. When it gets too cold, we'll have a pretty background behind us. I will put some kind of green. I was told by Alfonso, you get some kind of green, sheet or something like that. I could find something at Hobby Lobby. Then that'll stop happening, because that's just annoying. I don't like that. But we'll do that. Well, that was his suggestion. I have a green shirt. I don't know if it will work, but I can try it. But I'm really sorry, guys. Hi, Jaden. This is still beautiful. I mean, you got the fall leaves. It's just we don't have a fountain today because the gnats were everywhere. I mean, I was just like, oh my goodness gracious. They were all over the place, literally all over the place. I was just doing this like constantly. So sorry, guys, but I still wanted to connect with everybody. Um, so what I'm doing, if you all have noticed, I'm working to get caught up with Bible verses. I released a devotion today. We are working on this blanket, this lighthouse blanket. Hi, Cruisin', welcome on in. And you can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you'd like people to connect with your channel. We're usually outside, but the gnats took over. I mean, they were just, oh, you know, I was like, it's not happening today. So I'm trying to get caught up with Bible verses. I did do a devotion today. And one thing that I am doing is I'm taking the Bible verse. Bible verse? I'm taking and we're working on this. This is the lighthouse blanket. Oh, you can't see it now. Well, there you can a little bit. I'll have to figure that out. I will have to figure that part out. You can see that. This is the lighthouse blanket. Of course, it's great with a green screen, but I need to clean up my area back there. Don't tell anybody. And then once I do that, at least I can turn the green screen on and off when I want to show you guys. Good thing to experiment. But I did release a devotion today. And one thing that we're doing, y'all haven't heard the autumn song, is that we are taking the Bible verses. And I just love this. I love what's happening with this. We're taking the Bible verses and we're putting them into most of it into Chat GPT and saying, come up with a verse or come up with a not a verse, come up with a poem for me. And then it takes it and it makes it into a poem in Chat GPT, and then we're putting it into Suno and making a song. So I worked on that a lot today, and when I get off here, I'm gonna load them up in the system so that we can get caught up. Then what we'll do at the end of the month is we're gonna go ahead and put out the Suno, like a whole video with all the Suno devotional songs for the entire month. And I'm loving what's coming out of it. And we're using those songs for the devotions instead of using YouTube music. And I'm loving that. So you're going to start seeing the devotions coming up, or the Bible verses, and then you're going to start seeing a song that matches it. The song, part of the song will be like with the quotes on the devotion, on the Bible verses, and then there'll be another short or video. It'll depend. Like there was one I did that's 4 minutes long and it's awesome. And so I'll release that by video. So it'll either be by video or short of the matching song, the full song of the devotion. And then at the end of the month, we'll go ahead and put them all in a video so you guys have that whole song list for the month. And I think it's really cool. I'm loving stuff that's coming out from it. And I'm just having so much fun with it. And so you're going to start to see those come out. So I'm really excited about that. I had to make it really super simple. I don't like the regular Suno, um, the Suno, what is it? The Suno like AI video that they give you that they do. It's great, but I just don't like it. And like I did the one for the autumn and it did it beautifully. Or I did the one and I actually put that in it real quick. But for the Bible verses, because it's going to be an everyday thing, I can't do the same thing. It takes too much time. So I needed to do something that was pretty quick. So I'm using the um, the the actual video from Suno inside the either the short or the video. And it may not happen every day, because if the song's not good, I'm not going to release it. But so far, I've been able to do all the way to the 12th, and I'm just going to power through them. And I think it's going to be really cool. It actually is very cool. And I'm just, they're just really cool songs. So if you start seeing the devotions come out, those are songs that Blessed to Crochet is creating for the Bible verses. And so I'm like really excited about that. So we're going to start doing that. And yesterday it was raining, so we couldn't go out to the spot. Today the gnats took over. I mean, they were just everywhere. Um, but and I was just really tired yesterday, and I'm kind of still tired today. It's been quite a busy weekend, and I'm still kind of recovering from it. So this is what it's going to look like when it gets too cold to be outside, and it'll be nice to be able to do this. But I will do something so we get rid of the chair kind of coming back in and out, because I don't like that. So I'll figure out something. I just need to get a green blanket to go over there. So, and I had a wonderful time with Echo last night with our chat, and we're going to get back to blessings through connection. So we got a lot of things happening, guys. So I'm really liking the Bible verse songs that are coming out. I'm really liking them. So I'm going to really kind of put those out so I can get caught up with those. I did a couple today. I actually had to lie down for a nap. I just was tired. It was a tuckering day, but that's okay. I'm thankful for the rest. And I love the autumn song that came out. It was so cool. I'm having a lot of fun with Suno. Having a lot of fun with Suno. Let's see. 10. I turned on the fan when I came in here because I was so hot from being outside because it is so muggy. Oh. Now I've got to edit the video for Fall Fest. I'm going to put the camera off for a second because now I'm getting too cold. I'm actually going to turn the light on while I'm taking a moment. I don't know what it'll do. Let's check that out. Another experiment, everybody. Oh, okay. Well, that's even better. And then I just got to see figuring out something about, I don't have a green shirt to work that I can use to see if it stops that. I think the light helps a little bit. You can see me a lot better. And I can see what I was working on. Like, wait a minute, you got a light above you, Mary. Use it. See what this does. No. Another experiment. Another experiment. I think I brought those stern things in with me, believe it or not. They were I could not believe how they were everywhere outside. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for fall and no gnats. That's for sure. No gnats, I will gladly take. So come on in. You can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you would like people to connect with your channel. We're going to have to fool around with that new thing because I've never seen it before where YouTube allows you to go horizontal on the phone. We'll have to pay attention to that one. That's a new feature. But I don't know why it was echoing me. That was really weird. I'll have to experiment with that one. Or I'll have to go look on YouTube to say the video, go, okay, new feature. How do you use it properly? So you don't have to hear yourself echoing. Because that was really weird. I really wanted to sit out by the fountain. And of course, not one to shy away from that, but that was ridiculous. And two, something like that, and then you feel like they're just all over you. It was just, you know, you get that feeling like, nope, I don't think so. Not today. So tonight, or after I get off of here, I'm going to grab my tea and then I'm going to sit by the computer and get those up. What I kind of like about doing the Bible verse music is I can take the video. Well, no, I still have to put it in InShot. Never mind that, but still. You're going to start seeing them, and there's going to be a lot coming out because I've got to get caught up. You got to get caught up with it. And I think Thursday, if we're right on target, they may have the bridge back again, which I participated in last time. That was awesome. And so, great. And I found a group on Facebook that if you're somebody that really enjoys Suno, they have a group. I found a group, two groups to go into where you could share your Suno music and your YouTube in that group. I was able to share the Autumn song, which turned out so good. And So if you're somebody like Suno, it's a it's a great place to be. I was like, great, I can share some of the Suno creations I've done and so forth through that. So, but taking the Bible verse, what I'm doing is taking the Bible verse and I'm saying to Chat GPT is saying make a song or make a poem out of it, and then I'm putting it into Suno and say, okay, make a song out of it. And so the Chat GPT is doing a poem inspired by that Bible verse. So far, the songs have been awesome. And again, it may come out as a video for the full song or a short. I had to make it something that was easily replicated because I mean, it took me like a half an hour with Autumn's song to do all that. I'm like, I can't take that much time for each of the Bible verses. So it should be fun. And I hope you all get some inspiration out of it. I've enjoyed the music I've created. And for me, music becomes an outlet. I've always loved music. And sometimes I think that it's a great place certainly to be, for sure. The gnats better not be out there tomorrow night because I want to be out by the fountain. The gnats are driving me nuts. Oops, there goes the pattern. There goes the pattern. So it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it to make those songs. I hope everybody is enjoying the music. It's just like after a while, it was like, I felt like I was using the same music for every Bible verse instead of changing it up. And I love that it becomes our music and our creation, and I'm really enjoying it. So go check them out. I'm going to create a special playlist for the Suno Bible verses, but then they'll also go into the Suno music too as well. I figured I did it by accident, quite frankly. I signed up what I thought was by month, and then I signed up for a full year. And I figured I've got this. I might as well use it. And the more and more I'm using it, the more and more I'm having fun at it. And because I sent the first one out a little bit, first live, and it was doing something funky. So I know that the notifications aren't going out. And I know I need to start scheduling them so you guys know when we're doing all this and when it's happening and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't sure if I was going to do one today. I was just kind of I was just having one of them days, but we can do it. Come together, right? It's all about coming together and making those connections happen. And I don't know if you can do video through green screen or not. Hi, Kim. How are you, my friend? It's been a while. I've been thinking of you. I thought I got to reach out to Kim and see how she's doing. I'm working on a blanket when the green screen wants to work for Helping Hands for Cruising. Hi, Brenda. How are you? We were shooed away outside by the gnats, and they're biting little gnats. Hi, Bruce Bargain. How are you? You can put hashtag blessed in the chat. My other's keeper, you could put exclamation point keeper in the chat. But everybody else can put hashtag blessed. But we were outside and the gnats were nuts. And I was recording the Fall Fest video and I thought, there's no way I can take it out here. Hi, Gail. Oh my goodness, Jaden. I will be praying for sure. Hi, Gail. Your special thing is exclamation point Gail. And I went out, Gail, to do my Fall Fest video. No joke. And the gnats were nuts. I mean, they were just like absolutely nuts. And I'm like, I was spending the entire 15 minutes recording the video going like this. I was like, I am not at all. I'm like, I can't take it out here. It was hot and muggy. It rained all day yesterday. So the gnats were like, okay, we're going to have a field day. But when it's too cold to be outside, we'll do something like this. We'll have this nice green screen behind us. I got this picture off a stock cake. And we will have this green screen behind us. And we'll still do our rockin' crocheting and connections so that you guys can put hashtag blessed in the chat. Oh no, that is so sad. I am so sorry. There's no need for that. So, like I was telling everybody, the new the from I think the fourth, the Bible verses that are coming out, the music that is coming out. We could put some ones in the chat. That would be good at this point. Um, the music that's coming out with the Bible verses, all music that we have created through Suno. So we're going to start creating our own music for the Bible verses, and then we'll put it out in a month kind of thing. And I haven't done the devotions yet for the 10th. I did release the 15th, trying to get them out. I look back thinking I looked so tired during that time. And the 10th, what was it, July or September 10th, which is a long way. I'm still in July, but I've got to get caught up with. We all know what happened that day. And I thought the devotion leans itself to just, kind of acknowledging, that was the day that, hi, Kim, how are you? Oh my goodness. Oh yes, prednisone, absolutely. Welcome on in. We all know the life that was lost on the 10th and of this month, and it just leans itself. So I will do, when I get to that devotion, I will do that in memory of Charlie Kirk, putting all the political sides, put everything political aside. I just, it still was, it's still a loss for his family and a lot of, and so forth. And you can put hashtag blessed in the chat. If you want people to connect with your channel. So when the, the the Bible verse comes out, there'll be a picture on that. It just lends itself to just remembering that, and then I'll do something special too for September the 11th because I haven't done that Bible verse or that thing either. So it's good to see people in the chat that I haven't seen for a while. I love it. Any life lost through acts of you know, that kind of thing, or it's not necessary. It's not necessary, that's for sure. And it's so sad. It is so sad. So in this world, we don't always know how to agree to disagree and move on and allow people to have differences of an opinion and still, be able to, walk away as friends and say, okay, I can have a different opinion than you. And it's sad. Brenda put hashtag blessed in the chat, and that will show your channel. I just and I think too, if we do stop talking, not good things happen. I think if we talk and we discuss and we air our differences and talk about them, good things happen from that. Now, hashtag blessed. First part of blessed to crochet. Yep. Hashtag blessed. Add the ED at the end. And you got it. No, I mean, there's some things I don't care if I sat and talked with somebody. They're my core beliefs. I'm not going to change them. But it doesn't mean that just because they believe differently than I do, that I can't be gracious and loving and kind and respectful. I can still say, let's be friends, but let's agree to disagree. Yeah, I know. I don't talk about politics either. Hi, Jody. There you go, Brenda. I don't talk about politics either. It's too divisive. That's why we don't talk about it on here. But absolutely. Oh, this is terrible. I agree 100%. And that's why, I debated on whether, but, I debated on it, but the devotion for September the 10th is actually daily witness. That's the devotion. I echo. And I thought whenever we're talking about it, we're just going to, whether you liked Charlie Kirk or whoever it may be or not, put all that aside. And just it can be sad just for the situation and the loss of somebody's son and father and husband and all that kind of stuff, you know and without getting into any kind of, well, he said this and that and this and that. No, just look at it from that angle. And that's the way we're going to look at it here. Put everything aside, and it's the same thing when I did Phil Robertson, when he passed, when I did a little devotion with him, and it was fitting for that day for the devotion. I said, you may have liked him, you may not have liked him, put all those aside. Let's look at him, because at the end of the day, he was a father, he was a brother, he was a husband, he was a grandfather, all of those things. Let's just look at his life. I'm glad you're doing something for your community. Charlie's loss changes many people in all kinds of ways. Yes, it does. Some people in my life thought about Charlie Kirk things, so I refuse to talk about it. Yep. I don't ever want to talk about it on this channel from, well, he said, I want to just look at it and say this was a loss. And I extend my condolences to the Kirk family. I don't want to get into a political thing about it. I just want to look at his life from the standpoint of that. And we can honor just a fellow human being. And if you listen to the song, because like I said, what we're doing with the Bible verses is we're putting them into Chat GPT and saying create a poem out of it, right? Create a poem out of the song. Then it takes the poem and we're putting it into Suno and say, okay, create a song from it, from the poem. There's one that I didn't like any of the versions it came up with, and the poem was so great. I just went ahead and did the song from it. I just used the poem. But the one I did for September 10th, I did the Bible verse, put it into Chat GPT and said create a poem for a poem. And then I put it into the Suno and I said now create a song. Hi Moonwolf. You would not believe the song that came out. And I thought if this wasn't fitting to the way he lived his life, it was spot on. It was like it was absolutely spot on. It's just there's no need for that. Absolutely no need. And our prayers go out. We could put some ones in the chat for sure. And you can put hashtag blessed if you want people to connect with your channel. Just there's no need for it. But I think at the same time, we need to give space because there are people that are grieving the loss of people, of Charlie. There's people, I mean, just look at his memorial service. And we need to have a space where we could talk about it because I know after it happened, it kind of rocked our world. I mean, it just kind of was like, it was just so senseless. Yes, it can be a great tool if used correctly. And it was like the one I did of me with the Back on the Saddle song. Um, well, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for popping in, Kim. It's good to see you. It's like we when we had to. Okay, Kim, we got to get together and do a live again. But I think that like it's like the one I did with Back in the Saddle. I made it very clear on there that I that the AI of me riding the horse was done through AI. The rest of it, of any of the images of Christina riding by video or by picture, were her actually riding. Because I didn't want people to sit there and say, well, that was, that was her, which is not AI and which is. I let people know that the song is created through AI, through Suno. But I've made it very clear, like when we did the one of Back in the Saddle, that this was that that me on the horse was not actually me on the horse. It was created through AI. And I think that if you're going to do something like that, you have the responsibility of letting people know. And hopefully people could figure out that that wasn't me on a horse, but still it's the right thing to do. So, and when we put the Bible verses in, um, we put the Bible verses in the shorts. I think what I'm going to do is if there was a poem created from it, I'm going to go ahead and put in the poem that was created and then lend itself to the, and then, make sure people understand that because but if you listen to the fourth and the fifth, both of those songs, Bible verses were done and the music was done through us creating it. And then we put out the full song. And if y'all haven't listened to the autumn song we came up with, that's awesome. Because we're starting to take the quotes we do on Monday and putting the quotes in and letting it produce its own song. And that was awesome. Yep. I don't think we understand it either yet. I don't think we do either. But we need a space, there needs to be a space for people to talk about it because hi Jackie, it's just something that was there, and I'd have been outside by the fountain, but the gnats were all over the place outside because it rained yesterday a lot. So we had to come inside because I couldn't take the gnats. So you can put hashtag blessed in the chat for people to connect with your channel. So yeah, but we'll do this when it gets too cold and starts snowing. We'll start doing this just like this for sure. And Mocha's person is here for the walk. But I don't ever want to get into political stuff on here because it just becomes too divisive. I want to be able to do it in a way that we can still be respectful and give everybody a place because it's what it needs to be. If we stop talking, things are not good. So hopefully everybody is going to go watch the Autumn Takes the Stage. I love that. And then we have the Bible verses too for they're starting to come out with the songs. I'm having so much fun with Suno. I really am. I enjoy creating the music. There's some really good songs coming out, guys. Yes, he was. He was very, very intelligent young man. And like I said, if anybody wants to sit there and say, well, anything about him and the things, just go watch him. I can't even watch it. I just can't even watch it. This little girl just running to him, just running to her dad. And I thought, she's never going to get to do that again. Go look at that and then come back. And, it's just, I just tear up when I see that. I thought nobody deserves that. And he was just giving the people a place to talk, and he loved debating. But I'm telling you, I thought, boy, that his wife, strong woman, that's for sure. She's a strong cookie. And she still needs our prayers. And so does the family of the person that took, his life, that we still need to be praying for that family because they've also had a loss. And, so there's no winners in this situation. None whatsoever. And that's why we open it up here for you guys to come in and connect and chat and talk and build a community because it's needed. Today's world is not an easy place to be in. And we need a space where we can talk. And people have come in this chat and we've had discussions. I haven't always agreed. We always haven't been able to come to the same opinion or the same, the same thing. And it's like, it's okay. You're still my friend. I still love you. I don't have to believe the way you believe. And that's why we don't try to, um, do live devotions on here. We do them pre-recorded and so forth because we want to keep this open and It's not about hiding our light under a bushel or anything like that, but we still want to keep this open and open dialogue and people coming in and having discussions and talks and all that kind of stuff. I have never heard of him before, but he touched me when I heard the news. Yep, absolutely. I just, I think that at this point, it's not about whether or not you agreed with him or not. It's just, it's the loss of another life that didn't need to happen. And that's all there is to it. We can still be, and we need to be respectful about it. And it's respecting each other, it's respecting our opinions and our differences. And if we lose that, boy, we're in trouble, guys. We're in trouble. I have friends that I don't agree with everything they, you know, say, but still, they're still my friends. See, to me, I'd rather have discussions with people and say, let's walk away and agree to disagree. I am not somebody that really likes to have, uh, I'd rather have a friend, honestly, and just say, okay, I don't agree with that. Let's just not bring that up because you're not going to change my mind on that view, but let's find some common ground. Let's find some things that we can agree on. And I think if we start with common ground first, which I think we've forgotten how to do in this world, there's a lot of things that we can find. And the stuff that we may disagree with, we can talk about that later. And if we can't come up with, at least people can maybe say, I can see your point. I can see your point and be respectful, then we're fine. I, I, I like that. I don't agree with her. Exactly. And I think as I've gotten older, I've changed my opinion about certain things and certain situations and certain circumstances. I've had I have different opinion than I used to have, and I change and look at things, and you know, we can do all that. But I think we better do it amongst ourselves. You know, I have a family member that I wish would call me that hasn't talked to me since 23, and my other, aunt passed with that relationship divided, and it was like this wasn't necessary. This didn't need to happen. And we can find common ground, and we have for many, many, many years. And the longer I've done everything I can to heal the relationship, it's up to them now. And I'm thinking the longer we just keep kind of not, doing this whole thing, the it's longer she waits to contact us, the harder it's going to be. And it wasn't necessary. So when I put out the Bible verse, it's probably going to it's, I'll be doing something. And then, of course, I'll put out the Bible verse for September the 11th. And I want to honor the people that lost their lives too. So, because that was a hard day for people too. People that lost family members and through that day. And that didn't need to happen. But we'll get through this one day at a time, guys. And that's why community is so important because, things can be hard and difficult, but if you have community, it helps, makes a difference. When when days are difficult, when struggles are happening, we all have to come together somehow. So I have to go on and gift memberships this week. And I'm going to be setting up times for Blessings Through Connection. So, and then tomorrow I'm going to try to go to Mount G's because I want to record the video. Hopefully the gnats won't follow me there. But I want to record the video for Blessings Through Connection Fall Fest. I got the one done for Blessed to Crochet, but I got to work on Blessings Through Connection next. And then I got to edit those and get them up for the 29th. So lift my daughter in your prayers. She's really having, she tripped at work and she's really having some difficulty with her sciatic nerve. So you're somebody that's praying, please be praying that that'll heal because she's having some trouble sleeping. And I'm like, I know what you're feeling. I know what you're going through, hon, because I've only gone through it for the past 2.5 months. So she's really gone through it. She said it doesn't hurt unless when she lies down. She said it's just so painful. I know the feeling. So I'm not going to stay on here too much longer because I'm going to go have my tea here shortly. Hi, Star. How are you? Guys, if you haven't checked out Star, go check her out. Hashtag blessed in the chat to share your channel. And Star, I have to say you inspired me a little bit because we do a Bible verse every day. And I need to get caught up with those. But I have been taking our Bible verses, putting them into Chat GPT, making a poem out of them, and then putting them in Suno and having it create a song for me. And I have the past 2 devotions have all been Suno songs, and I had a long afternoon nap too. And then the past 2 Bible verses have both been our own creations. And then I'm taking the full song and releasing it either by short or by video. And I said to everybody, if the song isn't good, it's not going to come out. There won't be a day for that. But I've done probably about 6 songs already, and they're awesome. So you should go listen to that. And I did an autumn song. I loved it. But the Bible verses, both, the Bible verses are like 55 seconds. And so it's part of the song. And then we'll either release the song by short or by video and release the full song with it. And then at the end of the month, what we'll do is we'll take all of the songs from all the Bible verses through the entire month and put them in the video so you guys have them in an entire collection. If you want to just have them playing in the background to worship, you can play the entire video. So I think it's going to be awesome. But you want to go listen to them when you have a chance and let me know what you think. And I'm going to, if I get the poem from Chat GPT, I will put the poem in the description of what it inspired. But they're just loving what's coming out of it. It's such a way of using your stuff. No, they're on this channel. I released a devotion on this one, and then I'll create an It's dying. I'm gonna do. I have a playlist on this channel that has Suno songs, all the songs in that one, and then there's going to be a Suno playlist for all the Bible verses. That's a great idea. I've always said, I always say I am going to do it, but never get. Yeah, yep. The fourth, the last two shorts, Bible verse shorts, the fourth and the fifth were both done with Suno music, and then I also did I also released the full the music, the full video music of the song, so people had the song. And then I also did a song called Autumn Takes the Stage. I love that song. That one came out really cool. It's not a biblical song, but it really a cool song about autumn taking the stage, because then we're taking the quotes and putting them in Suno and say, okay, create me a song from the quotes. So, because after a while I was like, there's a lot of gospel songs, but it's like, it seems like it's the same exact thing. It's like, I've already used this song 10 times. And this way, really, honestly, you're not going to have the same song. You're going to have a different song per each one. You're tired of doing that. Oh, yep. I love it. I don't have the ability, and I will say this, to write my own, but I love that the poem comes through the Chat GPT, and then I go, okay, now write me a song. And there was one that I did that I said, okay, Chat GPT, write me a poem from this verse, from the from the verse. And when I put it into Suno, I didn't like their version of it, so I just put the poem in, and it did amazing. It's a 4-minute video, but I'm gonna take that one, and that one's going to be, so it'll either come out and visit, yes, either come out in, it'll either come out in video or short, the music. But I think it's pretty cool. I've been working on it throughout the day. Yeah. I'm learning about Chat GPT too, but I like that you can take something like, if you're struggling, if you've got your words and so forth, you want to create a song, if you put those words into Chat GPT and say, create a poem, it'll at least make something that rhymes. And then when you put it into Suno, it has a better shot of coming up with something that doesn't sound weird beyond weird. It actually sounds halfway decent. So I have liked that, where I've said, okay, Chat GPT, here's my thoughts, put this into a poem, and then you take it into that and do something. So comes up pretty cool. And I like using Chat GPT to create like the baby AI, which I'm working on. Yep. Well, try going into Chat GPT and just putting in your thoughts and say, create me a poem, and see what you come up with. Because maybe that'll help. That's how I do it. I'm not good at rhyming. And I'm still learning. I am still learning. And I'm still growing and all that kind of stuff. And you can put, again, hashtag blessed in the chat if you'd like people to connect with your channel. I got that suggestion off of Foodie's Vacations, and she was the one that somebody in the chat said that, and I think it was Gen X effect. That's a great idea. It was a great idea. But in the winter, when it's too cold to do, we will do exactly this. We'll just have the pretty thing behind me, and we'll just sit here and crochet and chat and talk and connect and build community and do all that kind of stuff. So, and I did also find, if you're someone on Facebook, Star, I found 2 groups that I joined today that both have Suno, and they allow you to put your YouTube videos in there. And I don't know if people came over from it, but I picked up a couple of subscribers shortly after I did that. Whether it was for me putting my music in there or not, I don't know. But, oh, they were awful. I mean, I was doing this the entire time I was trying to do the video for Gail. I was like this. I'm like, I can't take this. They were all over me. Ooh, it was just like, no, thank you. And they sometimes are like little biters, and I'm like, I'm getting bit out here. I can't take it. Like I said, we had all that rain yesterday. There's 2 groups. I invited Echo into them, and this way, I think one of them that I joined said you could only do 2 a day in the group, but it gives you an opportunity to kind of hear other people's creations and get some ideas. People can ask questions about Suno if they're having trouble with it. And then you can share your stuff right from YouTube. So that's another really great way to meet other people that are liking, Suno. So there's a couple Facebook groups. I found 2 of them on Facebook today, and I went and joined them, and I'm like, and they said that Suno was coming out with like 5.0 or something. I haven't seen it on my side, but I said to myself, I still have like 372 songs I can create, and I'm like, man, I've got plenty of songs to still create and make, and I might as well use them for the Bible verses. So, but I've been tired today. Yeah, so am I. And people said they have the 5, and I'm like, okay. Because I think the 5.0 is only if you hit the remaster button. If I think so. When I went in there, all I saw was 4.5. That's all I saw. So I don't know what they were talking. Yeah, if you go into your profile, you have to go into your profile of Suno, and it'll tell you how many songs. Like I have like 1900 worth of credit, and it'll tell me that's about 374 songs left. So if you go into your profile or go into your account and hit subscription, it'll tell you how many songs on that part. But I publish my songs, so if I like them, which is another really good thing to think of, like if I'm publishing like the autumn take the stage, I went into the thing and I made, in the description, I put the link to the actual YouTube video I did with the music. Yes, I've published on Suno. I have several of the songs. So if I've gone ahead and in the description I put, here's the link. Hi, Dawn. Welcome on in. You can put hashtag blessed if you'd like people to connect with your channel. Thank you for stopping on in, Dawn. Good to see you. And I think actually you've got exclamation point sunrise. You can connect with me on there. If you're on Facebook, you and I can connect too as well. But I published it. It's under Blessed to Crochet. It's under Blessed to Crochet, under Suno. But what I've done is in the description when I publish it, it'll say, yeah. Well then, if you're in Echo's group, I'm on there. Just look up Mary. You'll find me. If you're in Echo's group, we can connect that way. But in Suno, if whatever song I publish, I put the YouTube video in the link to the YouTube video. I know it's not clickable, but people can copy it and then they can go back to my YouTube channel. So, our Mom's YouTube channel. And Mom's shoes came today. She's so excited. She was like Christmas present. So I was so glad that her sneakers came. She looks racy in her black sneakers. She got a pair of black sneakers and a pair of white sneakers for the price of one. Looks so snazzy. So thank you guys. You supporting the channel does help Mom a little bit. You know, to get extra things that she may need or pay a bill. So thank you so much. I appreciate that for helping her out. Warms my little heart. So, well, I'll test this. And then there's a new feature too, but I have to see about it because I tried to do it. We'll have to fool around with it, or I'm going to have to watch a YouTube video on it. First time I saw it, and it says that on your phone through YouTube Studio, you can stream now horizontal or vertical. So, but when I tried to hit that, I don't know what I pressed, but then I was echoing myself and I had to take that one down. So I'll have to look into that one because that's a new feature that YouTube's put out. Because I know not everybody likes vertical lives. Yeah, it's through YouTube Studio. When I do these, I have to do them on my phone. So I go through the YouTube Studio. When we do the rocking, crocheting, and chatting, we do them so that you guys can come in, put your link in the chat, and then that way you guys can grow your community. That's what it's all about. And we are currently doing the blanket I am working on for a channel called Hands for Cruising. And it helps people like first responders and veterans and so forth. I went straight to StreamYard when I started my live, so I never tried a YouTube live. Yeah. All right, I'm sending you love right back, Dawn. Thinking of you, that's for sure. I don't have StreamYard right now. I have Streamlabs, and I want to go back to StreamYard. I'm about done with Streamlabs. This is what we're working on, trying to make it so the green screen doesn't do it. But this is what we're currently working on for the channel for their auction. They help people that otherwise could not do, there you go, could not otherwise do cruises to be able to do cruises. So I had all this yarn left over from another project that didn't work out, so I thought, I know what I'm doing with this yarn. This is in memory of my dad, who would have not been able to go on cruises. So, but I miss StreamYard. The StreamYard was so expensive I couldn't afford it, and I thought for sure that I could do individual comments on Streamlabs, and I have never been able to figure it out, and it's just, I'd like to do like the Suno thing where we have people come on too, because that was so much fun with Echo. I really enjoyed that. And I think when I get done with this, I'm going to have my tea, and I think I'm going to put on a movie. I don't know quite what yet. And get some Bible verses up and some stuff. There may be, I mean, I may be literally putting them back to back for a while till I get caught up. But, because I think I'm on the 5th, and that's now the 23rd or something. But that's okay. They're there for you guys to listen to and enjoy, and so I want to get a couple up tonight. I'd like to get at least up till maybe throughout the rest of the evening, get those shorts up. And again, there's one that'll be a video. It'll be either the full song or either come out in a short or a video. Just haven't, it'll depend on the song. But I normally like when I do Suno to not use their video generated thing, because I kind of like it and kind of don't. And so I want to be able to, but I can't sit there too if I'm going to do it every day and do like I do with the others, because it'll take way too long. So I just at least put the generated video in, and I'll do that in the actual video too, because it'll be too, it's too much to do. And what I'll do is the shorts will always be linked, so you guys know how it's going to work, to the devotion. But the Bible verse, the full video for the song will always be linked back to the Bible verse. So that's the way we'll do that. So I'm going to finish this row, and then we're going to head on out. I'm going to get ready for bed. Go have my cereal. I feel like I've been having some Raisin Bran lately at night. Have my Raisin Bran and my cup of tea, and I had some quiche earlier that I made. I'm going to be putting that recipe up. I've got Josh's ribs to put up. I've got our anniversary back in July. I got to get that video up. I've got it's just never ending. I'm telling you, even though I hurt daily, I don't have to worry. I always have something doing. Something to keep my mind off the pain. That's for sure. So, and I will put it in the short too, of whether the matching video is either, or matching song to the Bible verse is either a video or a short. And I'll probably go ahead and link that specific Bible verse to the, I'll put it in the description so you guys can know. Yeah. Because I can sit here and telling you how much I'm uncomfortable, or I can sit here doing something good. And I've just promised myself lately, okay, Mary, you've got a lot of stuff that needs to get done when it comes to just getting the channel up to date. And I said, you can crochet, but you can crochet at night when you've gotten some work done. So I did have to have a little nap today. That did have to take place. I was tuckered. Josh has a doctor's appointment tomorrow for therapy, and then we have to go to a local farm thing to get some stuff, and then we're going to go to Mount Cheese so I can record the video for Blessings Through Connection, and hopefully the gnats will go bye-bye. So I'd like to go back out there tomorrow, but I felt bad, but I was like, I can't take these things. There were some big ones flying tonight out there. Like I said before, I love y'all, but I'm not going to crochet in 20-degree weather. Not happening. But I have to work on this blanket a little bit because it's got to be done shortly here. They're going to have their auction in November. So it's like I've got to do a little something every day on it. I can crochet pretty quickly, but still, if I don't do something on it, then it's not going to grow. I'm counting away in my head. It's amazing. I usually can count while I'm talking to you all. I can multitask very well. Thankfully. Hopefully that was 23. I think it was. And after that's how many? 7. Oops, come back here. Behave yourself. I knew if I got to this little end, well, not, I most likely did the other part right, which I did. Almost done with this row here. I don't like stopping on these things when they're a certain, if I have to, I have, but it makes it difficult. I started filling Jeanette's box the other day. Went through the yarn today so I can get out her yarn. I want to make her a soap caddy before I send out that package. I got Misha's blanket out. That got out yesterday. So oops, wait. I made a mistake. I do connect from What do you mean connect from here? I'm not quite sure what you mean, Brenda. If people are putting in their chats or putting in their channels and you want to go connect with them, go ahead and connect. If you know what we recommend is if you can't connect during a live, then go ahead and make a playlist of their channel. Put their channel on a playlist. Oh, and then that way you could go back and make the connections really stick. Just go ahead and make yourself like a private playlist that you could put connections. And then way you could go to their channel, put in a video or something, and then go back and watch it. And then that way you're still grabbing their channel and connecting with them, but you're not trying to do it all and so forth in the live. And we're going to get busier, I promise y'all. Get back into the algorithm, whatever the algorithm is. And if anybody can share our channel out, we would appreciate it. We are probably about 77 away, at least that's what I looked down last time before I got on, from 2K. We'd like to get to 2K by the end of the year, for sure. And so make yourself a playlist. Make yourself a private playlist. That's what Tuber Chat does. And then you could go to their channel, put in a video, and then go back and watch it and make sure that you can make those connections stick, that they happen solidly. So we got some more rows done. It's growing. You kind of see it if I angle it right. Well, it's growing. The lighthouse is a growing. So anyway, I'm going to go have my tea. Hopefully tomorrow, I'm going to try to go live tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we can go and go outside and the gnats will have gone bye-bye. The problem is that it wasn't very windy outside. So the gnats were all over the place because it wasn't too windy. And then it was so muggy. So you can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you would like to drop your link one more time. Before we head out, I'm going to go have my tea. We'll get ready for bed. Go work on some stuff. So there's be some Bible verses and some songs dropping in the next little bit. And I will look at it tomorrow. I'm also going to get back to Blessings Through Connection. We just had a really busy week last week. There was just no time to do any of it. But I'm going to try to get back to do some of it and get that going. Never ending. But thank you all for your support. I appreciate it more than you know. You guys that show up in the chat, I just love you all. You make my day just a little bit easier to get through, and I appreciate it. And hopefully I make your day easier to get through. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we're not here to take sides. We're not here to talk about political stuff. We're just here to be a support to each other. And that's all we need to do in this really, really difficult world. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag blessed, Brenda. And then you can drop your link again. Hashtag blessed. That's all we're doing here is crocheting that connection so you guys can build those healthy communities so you guys can have the support. So that's what we're trying to do. And you can blame the bugs for the reason we had to go green screen, but we got to try it because I love you all, but I'm not going out 20-degree weather freezing to try to crochet. It's just not happening. And Anyway, so I'll see you all possibly tomorrow. We'll see. If I'm going to go from live from Mount Gees, I may videotape that and let you see the progress of the fall leaves, or not. I go live because I got pretty good reception from that. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. But anyway, I've got to go get that video recorded. But love you all. Go check out Autumn Takes the Stage. I'm very proud of that song. It's under videos. It's under Ursuno playlists, but it's a new one that came out. Autumn Takes the Stage. And another one was, of course, Christina's beautiful one I did for her, my Mama's Rosebud. I'm very proud of that one too as well. But go check out Autumn Takes the Stage, because that one came out really, really cool. So I love you all. I will talk to you all later. Have a blessed night. Remember to keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. We got you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered, and be proud of being yourself. Everybody else is taking Jeanette. We're leaving. But if I can grab it real quick, let me show you before we leave. Hold on a second. We had to green screen because all the buggies were out. But I want to show you this. Hold on. I'm going to turn off the camera for just a second. Okay. Do you not see? Well, the darn green screen. There's a box. You see the box? It is your box. And I've started to. I can't mail it out till next month, but I will not use this yarn, so I did this one. These are kind of like, I think they're cotton, but I will just never use them. I think they're cotton. Yeah, they're 100% cotton, but I'm just not going to use them. So I had those in 3 colors. I had this. I'm not going to use that, so I put that in there. And then this is from Misha's Blanket. So I'm going to send you those. This, 2 of these. So you can make those hats for the veterans. Got these. These 2. I kept some for myself, but those 2. I've got this sparkly white yarn, and then I've got this red from the blanket we did for, so I've got all that in this box, and I probably have room for a couple more, so I'm on the lookout for it. I can't send it out till next month because Misha's Blanket had to go out, and that was a good chunk, but I actually put it in the box that Mama's shoes came in today, because it was like I was looking for a box. I'm like, yeah, that'll be perfect. So anyway, that's the little section I have growing for you, because again, I know you're trying to do them for the veterans, and I'm going to put in a soap caddy for you. I just am not going to use this yarn. I don't know if you can use it, but it's cotton. I'm just not going to use it. Maybe you can make a pretty hat out of it. It's what is it? I think it's, hold on a second. Hi, Oaks. Put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with you. Okies, sorry. Uses a 9mm hook, but I don't know if you can use it, but I figured out maybe you can use it. Okay, good. Because I'm not going to use it. I know I'm not going to use it. I haven't used it. It was given to me. I thought I'm not going to use it, so I'll pass it on. So there's a box full of yarn, and I have room for a couple more if I look through my stuff and think I can use this or not use it. But I kept some for myself, but that yarn, the ice yarn, these specifically, these ones, those came from, you used yarn today? Awesome. Those came from Misha's Blanket. The the mother that lost her daughter by the hands of somebody else. And I finished her blanket. So that needs to be in memory of Christina, her daughter. And I'm going to try, I've got a little yarn left over from the blanket we were working on, that ivory and this color blanket outside with the hearts and so forth that I finished. I'm going to try to make a hat to put in there with this leftover yarn. I couldn't find it. I finally found it today. I've been looking for it. So I'm going to actually take this. Yes, I will. I'm actually going to take this tomorrow when Josh and I are out and see if I can do a hat real quick. So I've got room for a couple more things of yarn that I will send you, and if I can fit in that box, but it will have to wait until the first of the month because I just, yeah, it was. Money's a little tight, but I'm glad to send it out. And I know you're dealing with a lot, dealing, of course, with the cancer and all that, and you're in our prayers. But I'm really glad that I could put some yarn together to help you get to your mission of crocheting those hats for the veterans and making that happen. So I'm glad I could do that, and this yarn is going to go, I know, to good hands. And I feel like part of the blanket I did for Misha is going to carry on into something else. So more pot holders. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I'm really thankful that I can do that and pass it on. And we were supposed to be outside, but we had a big rain yesterday, and the gnats were on me like you could not believe. I couldn't take it. I was like, I can't take this. I can't handle this. So anyway, so we came in, we tested our back screen for when it is too cold to be outside and we can put something up, and it actually looks pretty good. I have to say, I'm impressed. It looks halfway decent, so we can have winter scenes and everything. It'll be really kind of cute for the winter. I think it looks actually pretty good. And I used stock cake pictures, and it came out, I think it came out really good. I just need to get something for the chair so that it can, maybe you can't see the rocking chair, you know, that's the point of it, but anyway. So I will send you the names, and I will send you the tracking number when I get it, of course, and everything. Yeah. Yeah, this is from Stock Cake. That's where I get all our pictures from, majority of them. And if you all, like I just said, if you all listen to that song, Autumn Takes the Stage, that was when we did. It was awesome. So the pictures come out. The pictures are great. But we had a storm with rain came under my, oh my goodness gracious. No, we didn't have a storm come into the door, but I'm telling you, it was muggy. There was no wind. And I was recording Fall Fest for Gail, and I was literally going like this. I mean, and you probably even see it. I may have to redo the video because, I mean, you may even see it on the video because it was just, they were so all over the place. I'm like, I can't stay out here. There's just no way. So I had to come in. So anyway, I'm going to go and finish my tea before it's too late. I'll be up for a lot. And that's why I put makeup on, because I was recording the video. Not that I don't want to put makeup on for y'all, but sometimes it's just, unfortunately with fibromyalgia, sometimes just touching your skin really hurts. And I just can't tolerate it. But anyway, so, but I was gonna mission our Minnesota goodbye, right? But I'm gonna get off here and go have something to eat and go have my tea, go get ready for bed, get some songs out, get them done. I've got to do a shout out for tomorrow because I got one done, but I didn't actually get one done for tomorrow. So anyway, I love you all. We'll look at seeing it, doing it tomorrow and see how it goes. We'll just hope that the bugs do not invade us again tomorrow. We can do it by the fountain, right? Before the fountain gets shut off and winter is a-coming, because fall is here. All right. I love you all. We'll see you on the next one. I said all the things. Remember to be proud of being yourself. Everybody else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. We have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.